Hi, I'm Chef Rohana. You are welcome to my video channel. Today, again, we can talk about the nutrients. Last one, I talked about further details about the nutrients. But today, particularly, I want to talk about the protein. I promise you to talk about the protein because it has to be talk a little bit further. Let's go. So last time I talked about under the eating, I introduced nutrients, 7 nutrients: protein, carbohydrate, fat, mineral, vitamin, water, and fiber. I talk all these things individually: carbohydrate, fat, mineral, vitamin, water. I particularly talk, and fiber particularly I talk especially a little bit details: soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. Today we have to talk about the protein. Particularly I talk about the protein when we prepare the plate or when we prepare the menu. We have to give meat to the plate, but some customers are not eating meat. The meat is the main product. We supply the protein to the customer. If the person is not eating the meat, it is a problem because we cannot give meat to that customer. Because some customers are religious manner, they don't eat meat. But how we supply the protein to the body as a nutrients, now we have to decide. Now, there is a way how to give protein to the human body if the people are not eating meat. Let's talk about that one today with regard to the protein. Now, protein is our subject today. When we talk about the protein is a very complex one. We have to talk about that one. The protein mean is an amino acid complex, a different kind of amino acid. The human body needs, if somebody needs protein, a 20 kind of amino acid, 20. Out of this 20, a 10 of amino acid, a kind of amino acid 10, the body produced by itself. We are lucky about that. But the rest of the protein complex, amino acid, the rest of the 10, we have to supply from outside to the body. So now, we have to give protein. The rest of the 10 amino acid, other 10 produced by the body. Now, we have categorized 2 kind of people. Consumers. One is vegetarian, other one is vegans. Let's talk about who are the vegetarian, who are the vegans. Now, the people who eats meat, we have no problem menu planning. As a protein to give the human consumption, direct we can give the meat. We have no problem with the meat eaters. The problem is who does not eat the meat. So, who does not eat the meat, we categorize into 2. One category is vegetarian, the other category is vegans. Let's talk about who are the vegetarian, who are the vegans. So, vegetarian. The other category is vegans. The vegans and the vegetarian. Now let's talk about who are the vegetarian. This one. These people eat vegetables, The vegans people also eat vegetable. Little bit difference between the vegetarians and vegans. These people eat vegetable plus the animal products, milk, eggs, all dairy products, cheese and everything they eat. So they eat, for example, they eat eggs, but they don't eat animal meat, but they eat eggs. That is eggs coming from the animal, but they eat that one. They eat vegetable, but they don't eat the meat. Lucky. Now we can give meat, the food coming from animal. For example, eggs, milk, so on. The eggs, milk, cheese and everything the vegetarians are eating, plus vegetable, but they don't eat meat direct. Animal meat they don't eat, but they eat vegetarian instead, but they eat food coming from the animal, for example, eggs and milk. Let's talk about the vegans now. They eat vegetable only. Vegetable only. They don't eat the food coming from the animal, eggs, milk, cheese or anything they don't eat, vegans. So vegans are eating only vegetable. But now the problem is, how do we give protein to these people and these people? Now, I told you before that out of 10 amino acid, 10 produced by the body, other 10 we have to give it externally to the body. Now, let's talk about how do we give externally this 10 category of amino acid to vegans and the 10 category of amino acid to the vegetarian. This one easier. So we can give vegetable plus eggs or something, some dairy products. That those categories supply the amino acid, rest of the 10 to the body. For example, grains plus dairy products. The grains plus dairy products, when we combine together, very easily we can give the rest of the 10 amino acid to the body of the vegetarian. So it's easy. Now the problem is finished. But this one has to be together. So now think about the vegans. How do we supply? They don't eat meat. They don't eat meat. They don't eat dairy products or anything, food coming from the animal. So now we can do like this. Plus, I write down legumes. Grains plus legumes. Now I am going to explain what is legumes. And dairy products, everybody knows. These are called amino acid supplement, but we call another way complementary protein. This is grains and dairy products together supply the amino acid, rest of the 10 amino acids. It's called complementary protein. Then let's talk about the complementary protein for the vegans. Grains plus legumes. I'm going to explain now what are the legumes. Legumes mean a bean family vegetable. A bean. For example, green beans, peas, lentils. Those are all bean family vegetable. Bean family vegetable has a lot of amino acids. Therefore, we use legumes. In other words, bean family vegetable to complete the maximum amount of amino acid to complete the complementary protein for the vegans. Vegans are the people who do not eat meat or products coming from the animal. They do not eat at all. They eat only vegetable. So therefore we supply for those people, when we do menu planning, legumes and the grains. All kind of grains, we call that one complementary protein. The legumes mean a bean family, beans, green beans for example, bean family vegetable, green beans, peas, lentils, so on. Those are bean family vegetable. Bean family vegetable has a high density of amino acid. So what we do now as chefs, we combine the grains and the legumes to the vegan people to give the maximum protein density to the body. The 10 type of amino acid produced by itself in the body, everybody's. Other 10 we have to give externally. That external amino acid we supply as a complementary protein, grains plus legumes, to the vegan people. We supply the complementary protein to the vegetarians, the grains and the dairy products we can supply. Now, the grains you can take barley, that type of things, rice, those are all grains. The both are same, barley, rice and like that. These are all grains. Now, we talk about protein supply to the vegetarians and the vegans. Vegetarians are eating vegetable and the dairy products, but the vegans are not eating grains and dairy products. They eat, instead of dairy products, they eat legumes. We can give as a complementary protein grains and legumes. Now it's very clear how do we make the menu planning for the vegetarian and vegans. These are two kinds of people who do not eat animal meat. Now, we supply protein, carbohydrate, fat, mineral, vitamin, water and fiber. The protein is the particular thing I talked today, and the protein supplied by the amino acid, 10 amino acid produced by the body, other 10 we have to supply externally. The externally for the vegetarians and vegans. Vegetarians we can supply as a menu planning grains plus dairy products, and the vegans we can supply grains and legumes. Legumes mean bean family vegetable, anything, beans family. That's enough for the protein. And next I am going to talk about HACCP system, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. That's very important thing. in the cooking history, life. Everybody has to know that one. Let's talk about HACCP, HACCP, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, in my next video clip. But until that time, have a nice day for you. Thank you very much. Please watch my video clips and don't forget to subscribe. And it is very important for these students and all the cooks who are working in the hotels and restaurants. Thank you very much. Have a nice day for you, everybody. Bye bye.